What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to High Value Blueprint. Tonight's conversation brings up some tough questions and strong opinions. Watch it all the way through, and at the end, I'll share my reaction and break down the key moments. Let's quickly dive in.
Hello.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Everything is great. You can't complain.
Okay, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. Are you on Bluetooth?
Okay. What about now?
Okay, yeah. What do you got for me?
I just was saying only because I've been in a situation where I could have had a high value man. I learned that confidence means everything. And because I actually do want a relationship, I know that I have to bring my confidence level to like greater than what it is right now. So it's like change is nothing is wrong with change if you really truly want better. And because I had it and I want to obtain it and get it back again, I know
Get what back again?
That is
get
something
what
that
up? Get what back?
change.
Hold on. Get what back again?
Confidence level. It's like I said.
Okay, get your confidence level. Okay, can you? You must not. Hello. Am I on speakerphone?
I'm here.
Okay, can you hear me when I start talking? Can you hear me?
I don't.
Can you hear me?
I can. Yes, I can.
So when I start speaking, can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can. I can hear.
Okay, please don't talk over me.
I can hear you.
Okay. Maybe there's a delay. What I'm asking is not to talk over me. Okay, so here's the thing. You want your confidence level up to get what? A high value man? Is that what you're saying?
To keep a high value man. Because it's like once I get them, it's like the confidence level just, I don't know, it just goes. It's like I'll have it and then, I don't know, it just goes.
Do you have me on, do you have on the YouTube too? Do you have on YouTube as well? Because there's a delay.
Well, I stepped outside. I honestly don't know how to work Zoom.
Okay.
Came outside, so hope that it'd be better, but I'm not sure.
So you've had a high value man. Okay, so you've had a high value man, and now you want hello. You've had a high value man, and your confidence dropped, and you couldn't keep him, and now you want to get your confidence up so you can get your high value man back.
I can't even tell you.
Did you hear me? Huh. Yeah. High value man. Can you hear me? I don't quite understand. Don't quite understand. I don't quite understand. Don't quite understand why all you women talk about high value men when you're average, and you know you're average. I'm just saying, I'm like, don't know.
Well, to the law.
You were saying?
Never mind. I don't even. Never mind. Because never mind.
I don't understand, ma'am. You were talking about high value men and confidence.
I just was saying once upon a time, because I'm 33, so it's like I met quite a few men in my time is just the type of guys that I actually like. If when I get them, I don't know. It's like I believe. It's not saying that I believe. I know it's a confidence thing because it's like it's not that I can't obtain it or I can't get it. It's
what do you mean by high
have
value?
it
What do you
now.
mean by what do you mean by high value? Are you talking about the kind of money these guys make?
Just it's actually, sir, it's not even about the money. It's about the mentality. I like alpha males. I really
You like
do.
alpha
That's
male.
just my thing.
Okay. Do you have any children?
I have one son.
Okay.
And I had him at 27. I'm 33.
And high value men tend to make on the higher side of the income bracket too.
Yes, this is true. I'm not denying that.
So you're looking for a man that's like a 6-figure guy?
He don't have to be 6 figures. All I'm saying is that I just want someone that has class, that has value, basically.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. It's not even about a money thing.
Well, where's the father of your child?
He's around. He's around. He helps. He take care of his son. There's nothing wrong with that. He's definitely not the issue. He's a good person. He's a good person.
But why aren't you guys together?
All I can say.
Was he a high value man? Was he a high value man?
Very valued. He's valued.
No. No.
Very.
He was. Say again. He was very valued.
He's in my eyes. To me, he's high value. He has his stuff together. He's a good man. He is. He's a great man. But
whoa. But if he's a high value man, and he's a great man in your eyes and has his stuff together, and you already have a baby with him, why are you out here trying to find another one? Why don't you just get with the one you got?
I'm not trying to find. Well, sir, I mean, he said that I was too good for him, like I was too nice, basically.
Okay.
He, in my eyes, he preferred more girls that kind on the hood side. I'm not exactly that. I like to hold conversations. I like to learn things. I like to do things. He's not quite that type of person, which I knew.
So why did you give him? Hold on. Right. Then why did you give him a baby?
Well, honestly, I kept him because I honestly.
Why did you give him a? No. You gave this man a child, and I'm asking you, why did you have a baby with this man if he wasn't? See, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
Okay.
Why'd you have a kid with a man who ain't worth being with?
Honestly, I had a kid because I didn't want to have an abortion, and I was old enough and kind of doing, good enough to have him. I mean, we were good, but once the baby came, he just kind of flipped. I don't want to. Okay. Yeah, he kind of flipped, basically.
All right, ma'am. The reason I ask you is because you came on talking about confidence and changing and high value, and you're all over the place. I'm just not getting it. And again, another one.
All I was saying, just to answer.
Well, you can't answer the question you were answering, ma'am. Is, see, when your life is chaotic like this, it's hard for people to take your opinion seriously.
Okay, that's fair.
Ladies, people are calling in to get advice, and they're listening to a woman who says she confidence and this and that and can change, but you're not doing it in your own life. I want a high value man. I want an alpha male. All right. What about your ex? Well, he's a good man and a great character. Well, why aren't you with him? Well, because he ain't that. What?
Well, no.
No, ma'am. No, I've heard enough. I've heard what you had to say. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's okay. But I would say this: high value men have something to do with income first. And men of a certain status do not want to be a stepfather to a woman who is a baby mama. Okay. You're not a widow. You're not a divorcee. You're a single. I don't call them single mothers. I call them baby mamas. And high value men.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, you call into the show, so. See, here's the problem. When a lot of women like yourself speak on high value men like you've had them, and you haven't, you make it seem common. You did not have a high value man, but you tried to say like you did. And like you're a woman on that level, and you're not. That's a problem. Just be who you are and embrace it.
I'm understanding what you say, but listening to your other shows versus blue collar versus white collar and all that stuff, when I think of a high value man, whether it's white collar or blue collar, I just think of a man who has standards. And not saying that my son's father wasn't a good person or whatever. I should have left when I had a chance to, which is true.
But you had a baby with him. You had a baby with him.
No, well,
and what did he do for a living? What was his job? What was his job title?
Well, he's in construction welding, but it's like temp job. But
so he was not fully employed, ma'am. He was not fully employed. You said temp jobs. That means not ma'am, not fully employed, meaning 2,000 hours a year. Temp job means temporary, meaning not full. He was not fully employed.
I'm not arguing with you.
I know you're not. I'm just getting the facts. I'm just getting the stuff straight. You were dealing with a man. You were having unprotected sex with a man who was not fully employed, and you had a child by a man who's not fully employed. He may be a nice guy. I'm certainly not going to run him down. I don't do that. But what I'm saying is men are looking at the chaotic details of a woman's life, and they're not high value. A man with standards will not touch this. And it sounds like the man you're talking about that you had a child with did not even meet your minimum qualifications for your standard for you to stay. So how are you talking on high value?
Sir, I take my faults. I understand completely what you're saying. Like I said, I did have a child by a man who was working at the man you had a child with is not even up to your minimum standard for you to remain with him. So this is 5 years ago. I'm not giving no excuse. Like I said, when I had a chance to leave, I should have left.
This conversation became interesting because it started with confidence but quickly became about clarity. The caller begins with a strong idea. Confidence changes outcomes. She believes she lost a man she valued because she lacked confidence at the time. That sounds straightforward at first, but as the conversation continued, the explanation became harder to follow. She described the child's father as someone she respected and viewed highly, yet the reasons behind the breakup started becoming unclear. At one point, she says he told her she was too good for him. That became a turning point because statements like that can mean very different things depending on context. Sometimes people mean it literally. Sometimes they mean they feel incompatible. Sometimes it becomes a way to explain something difficult without fully unpacking it. Another part that stood out was how quickly the discussion moved between confidence, attraction, status, and parenting decisions. That shift made the conversation feel less about one missing quality and more about trying to make sense of several decisions at once. Then the conversation moved toward labels. She says she likes alpha males and men with class. That raised an interesting question. When people describe what they want, are they describing values or are they describing an image? Because those are not always the same thing. One thing that stood out was that she did not sound bitter. She sounded like someone trying to organize a complicated story into one answer. Confidence became that answer, but the conversation seemed to challenge whether confidence alone explains relationship outcomes. The strongest takeaway from this conversation was that sometimes the story we tell ourselves after a relationship ends becomes simpler than the reality. The biggest takeaway: confidence matters, but understanding choices, patterns, timing, and compatibility may matter just as much. Drop your thoughts below. Do people sometimes reduce complicated relationships to one reason because it feels easier to understand?